Hi guys, I'm going to create this video to show you the process that I think is best for getting all of your students into Google Classroom. This is probably top of mind now, since you really will have to figure out how to easily get this code or and actually invite them into Google Classroom. You previously could just wait for the students to arrive, flash a code up on the screen, students be able to put the code in. But since you won't be seeing students, you're going to have to come up with another method by which to invite them. So the very first step is going to be that you'll need to email the students information. You can do it where you actually send them a link and then they click on the link and they go into the class, or you could just put them directly into Google Classroom. Both methods are just as simple as the other. I tend to like to actually just literally put them in because I want to make sure that they're there. If you don't put them in, if they don't actually accept the invite, then they're gray, and it's a way of me keeping track of who's there and who's not. However, if you just email them a link to get into the classroom, that also works. In fact, that's actually a new feature that Google Classroom came out with. So both will work just fine. But the first step is to actually get that list. So we're in Genesis right now, and I've clicked on the gradebook, then the setup, and then we'll click on email progress reports, and we're going to type in a name of this list, and we're going to call it student email, because when you create this list, you'll get all of your classes individually put into a different list. So next you click on student email and then click on add list. Now you've created that list. You've got it for all of the classes that you have. To view the list, you click on view, and you've got, this is my first, that's actually my third block. This is my first block, the second block, and my fourth block class, and you would have all of your students there. At the very bottom of this, you have a really simple way to kind of get everything in there and select everyone. You can generate an email line based on selected emails. The first step is to click up here, click on generate an email with comma separated. That's different than in a semicolon. And now you've got this whole thing. You just copy, and you could send out an email right from here. That's one simple way of doing it. So I would do that. I would go into Classroom, click on the class. The assumption is that you've already created this class. So since I'm actually going to do this, let me make sure I have the right class. That's 4A. Okay, that's right. Click on this, go to people. I'm going to do this the way that I like to do it, and then I'll show you the way that you can do it with just sending a link. Click on this plus sign, and then I'm going to paste. Hit return. It puts all of those students in this list, and I invite them. That's one way you can do it. Now, I like this method because it puts them all in at once, and I don't have to rely on the student to click on an email. It will prompt them when they open up Google Classroom to join the class. I think it's the better way to do it. However, there are other ways to do it. In fact, as we're sitting here, one has already joined the classroom. So it's pretty fast. And I think that you'll find that this is very effective. Most of my students tend to join within the day. And I already have one student that already joined the class. If I click on this and I copy this, I could just take that link. Instead of copying it and putting it into Genesis, I could take that and I could put that into an email. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So let me go out of here. I'm going to go to 3A, and I'm going to go find the 3A list. And then I'll click here, and I'll first start off with comma separated. I got all of those emails right there. Copy. And if I go into Gmail, I can start to compose the email. I'll hit compose. I'm going to put this in blind carbon copy just because I don't necessarily need every student to know every other student that's in the class immediately. They'll find out eventually. And I'm going to say, I'll put like Google Classroom link. And then I will go to the People tab and click on the plus button and copy this. And then click here to join the class. And then they would really, it's as simple as that. They would go in. I'm not going to hit send because I don't want to do it this way. All they'd have to do is click on the email, open up the link, and they would be in. The other way, I get an accounting of whether or not they joined yet or not. Otherwise, I'm not really certain if everyone did it. So I'm going to join them now, hit enter. They're all in there. Click on invite, and I'm going to invite all of them. And that's how you do it. So it's something that you have to figure out. Like, you wouldn't necessarily know where the email list is, and it's in a progress report.